In modern software engineering, code moves at terminal velocity. Developers push updates multiple times a day, building new features while simultaneously defending against threats. Automated security scanners now interrogate every line of code for vulnerabilities in milliseconds. This instantaneous feedback loop has effectively hardwired threat defense directly into the engineering culture. But there is a distinct line between security and compliance. Security focuses on keeping malicious actors out. Compliance is about proving to an auditor that you are adhering to complex legal frameworks like HIPAA or SOC 2. Engineering teams successfully automated their defenses against hackers, but they left the task of proving legal adherence completely analog. Today, most software compliance is a deeply reactive process. It relies on massive spreadsheets, manual evidence gathering, and a frantic scramble the night before an audit deadline. This creates a jarring paradox. A developer can write a perfectly secure, heavily encrypted block of code, yet still trigger a massive legal violation simply by routing European user data to a US-based server. Regulatory failures are legal events with tangible consequences. They trigger federal fines, recalls, and corporate liability, realities anchored by the Corporate Responsibility Act. Relying on this manual, paperwork-heavy approach acts as an anchor, dragging down the exact velocity and agility that DevOps pipelines were designed to achieve. Fixing this bottleneck requires translating ambiguous human laws and regulatory text into strict, binary, machine-readable rules. This is known as compliance as code, and it represents the next logical step for mature engineering cultures. Instead of waiting for a post-deployment audit, the CI/CD pipeline acts as the automated auditor. It evaluates every new commit against those codified regulations. If a developer makes an error, like failing to attach a required encryption policy, the system recognizes the legal violation immediately. The responsibility of auditing shifts entirely. It moves away from a human reacting to mistakes in production and onto a machine validating logic during development. In practice, this workflow is achieved using compliance as code engines like Scrutora. The platform continuously scans source code against major regulatory frameworks, automatically highlighting violations across hundreds of security checks without manual intervention. It integrates directly into existing GitHub or GitLab pipelines using a simple YAML file, establishing a strict pull request gate. The enforcement mechanism is absolute. If that pull request gate fails the compliance scan, the developer is physically blocked from merging the code until the violation is corrected. By shifting compliance behavior to the left, the system intercepts regulatory risks before they ever leave the developer's laptop. This establishes a new operational baseline for engineering teams. Checking in code now inherently means checking in compliant code. Continuous pipeline auditing completely replaces the traditional panic and chaos of an annual retroactive audit. Intercepting regulatory risks at the commit level reduces remediation costs by 10 to 100 times compared to fixing them in a live production environment. It also removes the historical friction between legal departments and development teams, aligning their goals around automated, verifiable logic. This completes the DevSecOps evolution. Compliance is now an integrated engineering practice, shared across development, security, and operations. In a regulated digital economy, automated compliance is an invisible operational enabler that maintains speed without sacrificing lawfulness. When organizations automate their legal adherence, they secure the ability to deploy software at high speeds without breaking the law.